I'm ready. I'm ready for it. Welcome to the weird. Already going to note the trap on the way into Cloud. We're going to be able to call that out to the rest. Nice flash coming back in from Scream, though, to retake some of that territory. And it's a battle for B. They're not necessarily backing away, and that's why Yampy on the flank, finding 3 out of nowhere. Completely distracted and befuzzled by what's going on towards that B side. Sure, they're doing some more damage, but Dinks is finding answers. He's put it back to a 1v1, and Link's up for the fight.
He's noted him. Link actually has the HP advantage here.
Bit of a play, and actually, the plan's very good for Link at this point. If he can close that gap in time, Dinks is still predicting it to be that A lean. Now he's going to sit safe somewhat from both, and let's see if Link clears this. Dinks now reconsidering matters. Unsure, but vulnerable, and now the game is afoot. Both players now noting each other, and Link still with that little bit of utility put in play. Dinks does not care. Takes the fight, takes the round. That's 1 on the board. And the players noted. Get there. And Yampy again, that dip of aggression with the safety to get out of danger. SSK, are you ready for what's on the other side? Soulcast. Let's see it. Absolutely unaware.
Flash, man.
Walking away, Soulcast. I like watching this player get technical at these points because, again, I think we've seen the longevity of Soulcast. Some saw the recovery on Sky, for example, after him having a little bit of a downturn.
Redemption arc,
performance-wise. Exactly. So it depends where you kind of joined in on the, I guess, the storyline of Soulcast. But this agent could be a very unique selection with this man. But let's see, because it's going to be this lean towards that C site, and Link's not very diligent at this, but they've crept a little further forward than I think he predicted here.
Cloud way closer than he's anticipating. We'll get punished for it as well.
Even the catch on the flash.
Yampy's going to fall.
Yeah, that's perfect work from Cloud, finding just a little bit of a gap and exploiting it to absolute T. It does get quelled in the end by Navera, but by now the spike, I thought that was going to be on the side, but it's not. Deno's going to have to now do a 1v3 casually. Has been suppressed, so position is well and truly considered.
Soulcast can charge this down so quickly, though. If he taps this spike and tries to stick it, Soulcast can be there in half a second.
Let's have a little watch, see if he opts for that.
Spike planted. Not
necessarily the case. Soulcast just going to kind of creep close with Poised.
Yeah.
There it is, going to find Deno. Didn't quite get too much in that post plant, really unable to identify any of these players. No one really giving him an opportunity.
Especially with Link running the likes of a Guardian and a Judge and whatnot. That shot was clean.
That's so nice.
It's zero
Checks
risk
up towards the top
well,
of the box and just, yeah, you're right. That's the scary part, isn't it? Now, like some people, when you watched him on maybe the Jets and such and so on, he didn't look as mechanically comfortable as others at his caliber. That, I think, was fixed in the later essence of it, but for now, this is lovely to watch. As already you can see, a little bit of respect shown here towards that A side, going to fall away. Allow them to at least get the plant down. And Navi down to 3 remaining, all leaning towards his A side now, trying to facilitate that plant, but Soulcast going to find JD pretty quickly. Cloud going to swing towards TT, only good for 1. Trades there for Navera, leaving on SSK, and well, Yampy is not missing today. Danger, just has to do that initial bit of damage, facilitating this 4-play lean towards that BC, traditionally area. And again, yes, top of the ult, JD good for it towards Navera. That's actually highly impressive. Now, Scream going to have to fall away. Can't do much to stop it, but it's still the gun at his side. That's the one to look towards as now Soulcast goes down, Link's there, but it's all looking pretty solid for Navi, working off the back of the pop of the ult coming out from JD. Perfect time to implement it, and Yampy not really finding much value at this point, having to work back in on that op. Again, chances will be presented. To crest this corner, he walks into the unknown. Where are these 3 players? Can he identify where they've gone? Can he draw them out of position? The double stack towards Garage. Leaving Deno on towards the side. No one presenting anything at long. Not even a shoulder peek, a jump peek, nothing. Flash comes in. They now know he's progressed. And I think he knows this is not looking good.
30 seconds
the intention is B. Actually, Scream
really
dipped ahead of it.
dangerous.
Yeah, this is really dangerous.
They didn't push enough of the extremities to really draw any of this utility away from them. And look who's made their appearance. It's Soulcast sliding on in. SSK down, JD down, and this is looking deadly work. Dinks did well before, but now he's got 12 seconds to make a name for himself, and it ain't gonna happen.
Soulcast is so deep on sandbags.
See what he gets for this. That's 1. No, now in danger. Wall goes up. He buys himself time to dip away. Expecting the push.
What?
The spam from Dinks. Just aimed for the wall, and Soulcast was there. Brilliant work. Scream with the flash. SSK! This guy's on the money now. You saw the frustration, he's working his way out of it. Navarro with a little bit of an underhand, wanted to swing it, can't. Second one goes in, punished again. Navi are just powering through this. Individual fights though from Liquid, and that's the first time we're seeing a follow-up. Yampy, that could have been divine, but only gets 3. I think that's a bit of an undersell on his impact, but still, Link's patience pays off.
And the Vandal. He's got both.
Get you a man who can do both. That's what they say. Link though, Link's in trouble. Link's dead. You just see him drifting into no man's land, and a lovely crunch towards C coming out from Navi. Gonna put up a couple of walls, a couple of barriers, essentially to give them a little bit of safety as they try and get that plant down. The post plant shouldn't be contested too early, so they should be able to get to where they want to be. And let's see what this retake can look like.
Cosmic Divide's still available.
That's available.
And the Overdrive.
All right, lightning gun at the ready apparently. And let's see how it starts. Oh god, it just melted JD. Okay, Soulcast keeps going. Cloud does at least find Scream, and Soulcast he's just charging it. Oh god, he just got tucked into the corner. He has to back away, leave it to Yampy, tries to draw the players out. The combination is deadly, but it's all down to Yampy now. As Navi hold their nerve and hold this chaotic positioning.
Oh my god.
Things don't give him a second.
Yeah.
Do not ever give him that much time. He's gonna hear this. He's gonna cut them off.
To say, he's actually going to backfill them here. Dinks might be able to isolate a kill here. We'll find one.
Perfect. The one way.
In a second.
This is weird. Oh, it's weird. Scream still somehow outdoes Dinks. And again, with someone's positioning like Yampy's, like we were talking about, you have to kind of lean into
Yampy
it. They're still thinking it's A.
Yeah, Yampy found the kill onto Cloud.
Like, don't get me wrong, there's still a player at the back of the site. There is still SSK here. Now, will they check on this? That's, I guess, the next factor to this one, potentially. They will do now. 40 seconds, and SSK is raining in fury. Brings down Soulcast, brings down Link, and leaves Yampy all alone. 1v3, and the pathway is not available anymore. Now, it's going to be Yampy on the other side. Can call back some support as well. That's probably going to be noted, those steps heard. And don't see a flash in hand. It's a dry walk through smoke as it stands. There's the pop flash. Yampy eats it, but Soulcast is on duty. And gets to dip out of danger and get himself over towards that A site. And in record speed as well. Gotta go fast. You ever play Sonic?
Obviously, yeah. Obviously.
Just how they're collecting rings. Look at this guy.
Well, C, but there's actually 3 members here if you include the garage, so Liquid will have problems on the way in here, but a little bit of misdirection here. Dinks will punish it.
Dinks just following the lines that were presented to him. SSK, ooh, outdone by Scream on that. It's back to this 3v3, but bear in mind, JD and Dano aren't well equipped in this one. JD's still gonna find Link, but he can't do any more than that, and there's the rest of Liquid. And the flank's cut off. There's no support on the way. It's the 2 players on this site, and that's it for now. With the positioning coming out from Soulcast, it's a 2v3 essentially on the site. In favor of Liquid, but look at the time. 10 seconds. Cloud just has to buy more time. 10 on the board and ticking. Cloud still stands, but only for so long. Dano takes down Link. And the site's there. Soulcast tries to do what he can, but time is not enough. They ran it too late in the day. And as fast as Neon may be, you're not going to be fast enough to get that spike down.
Here's Cosmic Divide on the way back in. Seekers as well. SSK one off the Blade Storm. And we actually get him pretty close. He will be punished for it.
Yeah, Seekers are going to come through, try and give them an idea, a concept of where these players may be residing, but away we go. The flash comes in, finds no one. Soulcast going to turn this, try and keep it away, but already a Scream and Link in combination, and now Dano. Yeah, get out of there. That's gone too far. And again, you could see how choreographed that set piece was. That's something that they've had to have had in the back of their minds as that pull out the sleeve. Okay, we're not getting the rounds we want. Let's go for that set piece. And it works beautifully. Again, yes, we look at Neon as someone who's got that pace, can be kind of, the...
Actually, yeah, Cloud going to be close enough to hear this, but Cloud has an operator.
Not what I
JD?
expected, and neither was that, apparently. JD going to find 2 back-to-back, and going an anti-flash, it actually works out, but SSK's there in time, going to find it, and now Liquid are kind of lumped together with 2 alive. The brothers Grimm still standing, at least in arms.
I'm out of stuff.
Yampy going to find 1. Flash comes in, going to have... Are they going to still check on that corner? Just because that flash did go through, I'm wondering if they're going to hard clear Dano's angle. I guess there's a chance it could be one on long as well. You can see Yampy really intent on trying to get rid of this. but maybe has to buy time for Scream to hit that rotation, which is tough. You're kind of banking that Navi aren't going to try and be proactive in this, and, well, as you can tell, they are. So again, there's a little bit more of the unknown here, and Yampi's under so much pressure.
Now suppressed as well.
30 seconds left.
Oh, he's getting close down, and he needs help, and he needed it 10 seconds ago. There's only so much he can be done. Try to buy time for Scream, but Scream had to stay quiet. Didn't do much beyond that. And now, all these steps heard, every player knows exactly where he is, and Navi, they want to try and keep this one in hand as Soulcast, he will be aware of it, actually gets the advantage almost on that peek, seeing the barrel just peek through a second earlier. As JD now, not necessarily alone, he's got support on the way, SSK behind him, but overwhelmed by Soulcast. There's the stopper. SSK going to connect towards Soulcast, and they keep going forward though. Player advantage coming through for Liquid.
SSK stays around, actually still has the dash so he can pick up that kill onto Devera. Deno comes through as well. SSK with the short to get a find one. It's just Link left to find. No way he closes that out. What?
I'm too shy.
Not too much noted. Nothing that's going to be too commanding of their attention, but Sight coming on through, and you can see once again this C-take seems very, very choreographed.
Yeah, Navi respect it initially. Don't have any ultimates to work with on the way back through. SSK just dives in.
Yeah, I mean, he's using this like it's a sight take, right? Put himself in there first and hope for a trade, but instantly the backline gets divided away from it. Nevera doesn't want to allow them to come on through, which is actually a really good idea. Offset the tempo a little. Now Denos just walks out, and I'd be tilted if I was Nevera. How the hell did someone just walk through that? But there's Soulcast to close. What a way to do it. Navi gonna just initiate some of their utility to try and hinder this approach, which so far hasn't really denied much. Liquid's still going to continue their path forward as Nevera's going to crack open the site with 2 big picks. Dinks and Cloud going to be found, and Nevera's not necessarily stopping either. A third could have almost been added to that.
My ult's
Not to be, and here comes SDK. Caught off by Yampi.
Yampi's so deep
down now.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
AD will get caught in this fault line. 60 HP doesn't actually...
Keeps his
Yeah,
life.
it doesn't get punished for that just yet. Overwhelmed though by the classics.
Yeah.
And
And Deno's, well.
don't know.
But great one,
Finally,
Mike.
finally.
Coming in.
Soulcast's actually going to stun just outside showers to hopefully enable Link to find a bit of space, but Deno's actually wrapped this. He gets punished for it. That wall kind of forcing him into an awkward spot there.
Spike
Yeah. Okay. That rifle in Scream's hand and Soulcast with a bulldog
There's a
is
tap.
really keeping my
There's a
attention
tap.
turned. There it is. The man himself, right? The headshot machine. And Link just has to get aggressive. If he can do damage, a Dink will do. Try and bring that Spectre into a place it can work, but Soulcast, how long can you play this? You're the next kind of on the chopping block, I guess, but Scream still readjusts perfectly. This is Scream in his element. Rez comes in now, gonna get the boys back on their feet. 3v2 here, Dinks and JD. I mean, it's getting rough. They're trying to draw the players forward, and you can see the utility now in the late round comes into play, and Scream is just raining. Scream tries to go for the spray. We know that's not his nature. And JD's just have to accept his fate, fall away, and Yampi, if he can play his life, try and get that rifle out of there, that would be ideal. Can't be done. Cloud, though, pushing in towards Shower as well, and there's going to be the return fire coming out. Cloud going to pin in towards Scream. That's a big bit of impact. Yampi has gone a little bit further ahead than maybe they'd expect, and Soulcast wins that fight. Yampi gets Cloud, and Navi saw enough, and oh, he's so blind. Liquid are looking really solid
JD.
on some of these site takes.
JD still is that shock though. He's like, no way it bounces again, right? Down at 74
Right?
HP.
Spike planted.
Okay, almost looks...
What a gear shift.
Yeah.
That's, I think, 3
Yep,
players
yep.
noted at the very least. The only one unaccounted for would be Soulcast, who's just playing time, right? Like, that's it.
He's playing the
gonna
stun for the spike. That's all he's there for.
Back line player. He is not getting involved unless he has to. You 3, deal with it. I'm not getting invested. I'm chilling. You're going to get your flashes from, where you're going to get that instigation from, and I guess that's how you do it.
The Viper's pit of their own.
Oh,
It's
still
creeping
close.
though, but Cloud will find the kill.
Spike down A.
And again, they can't get the spike down. They're desperately trying. They can't clear it. JD's there. Spam comes in. SSK didn't have to do too much. He kind of, his presence alone of making sure no one can slip past was actually pretty valuable. But again, the last 2 players, where's Yampi in this? Is he up to anything? Not really. No, he's holding the back line, leaving Link some time to work. But this is a really good approach from Navi. Obviously not going to be repeatable with the Viper's pit from their side. No. Okay, it's got to be en route now. And Duno is just body blocking if he can. Spam comes in. Navi, let's see if you can hold on to this. This would be meritorious at this point if they can. All goes in. There's a 3v3. Scream up for the fight, but Cloud so ready for it in the end. Adjusts well enough. Now the back line, Yampy and Soulcast have to fall into place here. And Soulcast noted. JD tempted, temptation beckoning, and you see maybe that player's there watching it. Oh no, the angle, JD! That's the mechanical ability you wanted to see, but also, man. Let's play some Navi rounds. Let's play that Navi pace. Let's bring that phrase in for us, because it's worked. At least for the trade for now. SSK still, this man's presence, he deserves credit for this already. He has been a thorn in the side, but this is all but a ruse. It's all to draw the attention away and the rotation to sit a little bit deeper potentially. Spike plant's going down. I don't know if it's going to deny it at this point. It actually does pull him off the plant. So Cloud gonna, if anything, instigate Yampy popping his, and he will draw blood. The nose gone down. He's gonna send one deeper as well.
That's a big
Spike can
tag.
go down now.
Well, they're still apprehensive, and SSK actually going to find Yampy here. There's only 12
Time.
seconds left.
They have to move now. And you can see Navi's just trying to be disruptive towards the pace. Link on guard duty though, finds Shady, and now SSK is in a really tough position. It looks like they're already considering this as well, looking at all the eyes trained this way. He's got to go above for it, and he can't. Gorgeous play. Now the clock's a problem. 25 seconds, you need a player to hit that pop-off potential, right? You want someone to try and find you that space, get you into the side, but Duno is being a danger, being a nuisance by all accounts. And Liquid are left with 15 seconds, and barely any progress made at this point. I'm so impressed with Navi and so impressed with Duno right now, but this was all facilitated by brilliant utility work, and they're shut down in the end. Like, if they try and build back into that pace they were hitting before, but again, good utility usage. Gonna deny safe passage, at least through towards Lamp. And again, Cloud reigns in. Finds two, that's Scream and Soulcast gone. Navi put up the wall. They're like, look, you don't get to try and play this style against us. This is our name. You don't get to do it.
We were molded by it. They love being in cave on attack, and they seem to on defense as well. What?
Oh, it's weird.
Who's attacking? Who's attacking right now?
I don't know. It's gone wrong. It's absolutely gone Pete Tong. Navi have gone, why are you here? This is our spawn. Get out of it, please. Leaving it all to Navera, who's, you know,
Actually
he's on
playing
site.
a site. He's on one of the sites.
Guys, we're defending. Guys? Oh.
You know what's crazy as well, though? They cannot isolate a single 1v1. It is a Navi literally just stack up.
Yeah.
And Navera's noted. And we TP. Yeah.
I expected they could, because again, we don't know as much about Navi as we would about Liquid, right? Like when we talk about the two teams. But Navera, let's see what you got. Show me how far you can take this.
Usually pretty sharp on pistol rounds.
He is.
Not today.
I'm not giving much of a chance yet.
Actually, we'll note Yampy's position. Do they anticipate him pushing through? Not so much. You'll find SSK. Duno desperate for the trade. Yampy actually pulls his recon out. Will be punished for it.
Soulcast left in no man's land. Look at this. What are you meant to do with this? You've got two angles to worry about, arguably three.
That flash was so good!
The flash! I don't think he knew how good that flash was.
They got a spy cam set with the, well, the one thing that changes
What do they have, Mike?
They have nothing, actually. They have absolutely nothing to rely on here.
And Navera's deciding to stand his ground and once again gets punished on this. Yampy trying to play his life and play composed.
Oh, he's pinged out.
Again. This is so well constructed by Navi. We were complimenting Liquid on their approach, but I can't ignore how lovely Navi are looking on theirs as well. Again, that timing, maybe that desperation to want to do damage, and now the TP comes out. Yes, still a player here. It's going to be Navera, but he needs two, maybe three at this point. There's one, spacing a little off for Navi. That's not bad from SSK though. Good way to trade that one out towards Navera. And here comes the denial because he buys enough time. 13 seconds now, and actually Navi are in a little bit of danger here. Trying to fight this one out 1-to-1. It is a 2v2. But 8 seconds. That clock's on Liquid's side for now. JD makes it towards the site. Turns around, finds Link. Let's put down Link's there. Now it's going to be this A set piece coming in, a 3-2 split over towards
Well,
that
they've
A
suppressed
site.
Link.
And Link, yeah, so now the utility's not such a problem in the way, but JD's going to carry on forward, trying to deny a little bit of space here, but there's still a player in towards the showers. And you're going to see the push coming on in. Soulcast Navera get cleared out, and this is everything they've dreamed of. Scream in an uncomfortable situation, but still maybe good for one here if he doesn't get noted too soon. Yampy on the close back in, does get checked by Dinks, not going to get away with that sort of mischievous play anymore. And Scream and Link, they're both now noted, or at least Link was earlier. You can see the eyes are still on this. JD is keeping him in check. This is big work. Link's good for one. Quick trade for JD. Now Scream, 1v4.
At this point, just look to do a little bit of damage if possible. Force these repurchases, but I mean, if anything, Navi, even if they lost this round, they were going to have an opportunity to be frugal with the next. Scream.
Yeah, they're just about in time, but still, the site is looking pretty vulnerable here, and Liquid have to respect this to an extent. They can't just take fights like they had before. Now they have to try and play back in from a slightly deeper space. Link to try and catch the cross, does punish JD, but needs to look for more. Dips away in towards Showers, looking for that flank coming in, but Navera needs to backpedal away a little bit, give up Lamp's control for now. Has to, again, just take it away for a second, as Link still being a problem, still being an Usun's big denial. Puts his life on the line for it, but Soulcast will deny them the plant. Navera going to carry on where he left off as SSK, the last one alive. And Link playing back in well. Shots and a half. Big impact from the man, and oh, I thought he was ready for a follow-up. Is the optimal word.
Here.
Taken, and there it is, aggression. But the res comes out. Soulcast back on his feet. This will be a punish off that.
No.
Uh-oh. Oh dear. Oh dearie
Not
me.
like
It's a
this.
disaster. Wait, Link may be the hero that Liquid need. And they could play in Navera off this. Navera has not been noted here, bear in mind. Yampy's sat at spawn.
Oh, no!
Oh, Navera, run! Link's almost caught you. He was so close. That was a second away from an incredible amount of pain coming through. Dinks was so close to it, man.
Link will have to give up the Viper's bit, also give up his life here.
And now this
Somehow we've ended up at a 2v2. And they know Navera's here. He's noted already. Oh, this is so awkward.
timing on this. This is 2 times has now potentially happened.
30 seconds.
Puts himself in a corner. Gets
Oh, Navera.
Last player.
What is
Navera.
going on?
Oh, that is tough to watch. You got to assume they're walking together, Lauren. Surely.
At that point, you would. In my mind, you would. But again, Dinks now taps the spike. This is so brave.
Seconds left.
He went to try and get the pick, and he almost had it as well. Has to sit that spike plant down. Yampy trying to close the gap in, but he's only got an up as well. He's just trying to jump with a classic. Dinks gets his out as well. What is going on? Oh, what my Dinks system?
Attackers win.
We'll see pretty much a full retake setup here on A from Navi. Now Swarm will slow things down. SSK actually finds Navera in the lurk. That's huge for Navi.
Yeah, it's massive because that spike is still pretty far back, so they're going to read this 110%.
So far
There's no
back,
lurk
what?
to worry about. Yeah, I don't know if this was or what's happened, because Link gets punished trying to protect that spike coming across. Scream now has to turn attention to it. There's a little bit of chip damage, but he's got problems coming in from CT. Soulcast then picks up the strain. He'll lean over towards that way. The spike has gone down, but they've taken casualty because of this. Just dips out of the suppress, but it's not really too much to be worried about. It's the numbers that are against them. And Yampy's gone down, all onto Soulcast, and yeah, it does a bit of damage,
Yeah.
but Navi draw them towards more attention towards that B side. They're hitting towards A. So far, safe enough. Keep in mind, there is still a player towards CT. That's going to be Dinks on the other side. Yampy's going to isolate Cloud and pick him up as he tried to work through towards Heaven. And we're down to 13 seconds, but the spike will be going towards the site. That can't really be denied for now. That does go down. And Yampy's waiting for these players to come back on through. Dano's kind of the heavy hitter out of this pack, considering he's got that rifle. Bulldog is still with SSK. And Yampy looking towards CT. Could be a one and done spot here if he's not careful. There's one. Pucks himself in, make sure he buys the time, and yes, Scream's got his back. Lovely work to offset the double swing coming out from CT as SSK now your last one alive. Not on over up towards rafters. Might have a little peek through, but no, decides against it and plays it safely. But look at the lurk coming in as well. Link, known for this. Closing in. JD on the other side. And there it is. Link pulls the trigger. Couldn't convert towards Dano, who holds his ground. And this is still viable for Navi.
They actually want to play aggressive with the Rolling Thunder here. did they spot Dinks? I don't think they did, actually. They did finally, but still good for another with the Guardian.
It's a 2v2. Time's pretty decent. Yampy has to deal with Cloud, and he does very well at that, making sure he wasn't out of place and Dinks gets caught. Navi wouldn't have had many ways back in, but this could be the way through. Already another divide going to come out as well. Scream going to peel away, and actually that's not bad. Gets detained, and they can't do much about this. Site about to be swarmed and cleared. SSK brilliant towards one. Soulcast still stands his ground, but for only so long. Diffuse going to come in. They've got to hold the line, and that's exactly what they're doing right now. Yampy breaking on in, and now they can't do it. They can't get close to it. That work back in from Navi was a stunner of a round so far, and you can see Deno wants information. He wants to be fact-finding here. He actually spots Yampy. That's huge information found, and now the site hit comes in. Soulcast still finds JD, and yeah, he gets cleared up that mid-hold. They couldn't deal with the pressure coming in through from heaven from that split coming up. He found all the fact just a second too late. Navera! Oh, bowed down in front of him. That was nasty work. Quick as anything, and Spike planted, and I don't know where you'd even find a way back in here.
No, there just isn't one. There really isn't.
Oh.
SSK might.
Just gonna.
Yeah, just flush him. Termite, I hope
Sure
actually
stays
gets donned actually for the.
They've got to make it work with a lot less things here, trying to play his life with just that Marshall, and he's just been shut down. Soulcast gonna close the gap, puts his life on the line, just gonna fly on in there, and Yampy predicting it well. It's gonna be traded out by SSK though. Sharp as ever. Gonna remove the op. Put it down to a 3v4. It's possible, but again, that's good. A rifle recovered for Navi. That could create an opportunity, but it's that next layer in. How do they get past this? You still got Scream there. You got Link in this nice little tucked-in crossfire. JD going to try and start to instigate something. Scream, death from above. Not going to let it happen. He knows Deno's up there as well. Yeah, Scream is just not letting anyone pass. And SSK, sure, he is on the money. His aim is sharp. But how do you do any more here?
And Scream holding underneath. Luckily, well, for a second there, when Scream took a little bit of damage, but
Soulcast, how's he performing on the raise? I think so far pretty solid. Looking for more though. Navi having to respect this utility invested. And Soulcast looking for a target. Flash through, sends it, finds no one. But JD's still relatively close by. Don't think he's not in this one just yet. Cloud looking for that moment. They'll try and get that down, deny the spike plant. Good work from him. He's still trying to stay relevant, even though he's kept back by the divide.
I've just come through. Cloud actually a little bit of a mistime on that. Actually, we'll trade out gravity wells here. This looks like a pretty comfortable hold here for Liquid initially. Navi struggling to find a way back in. The wall drop. Actually,
That's
all
the way.
Kills go.
That's the way you get back in, leaving it all to Soulcast and Yampy. That's big work from Soulcast.
No way.
What a time! What a time to come alive! Imperative play, leaving Dinks with it all to do. And Yampy now position noted. All he has to do is buy time and play the corner well.
I think will be noted. One of those probably noted on back play is. We'll go 1 for 1. It's the best you can ask for there when he's Scream. What?
Spike down.
Fine, don't do that.
Okay, JD's works well as well. That's good. He's also got one of those pistols that ain't like mine, so that's fine. And a 2v3, and Yampy's waiting patiently. Just around this corner on contact. It's lovely. Gorgeous communication between the players. Leaving Deno very much in a bad position to try and handle. Overwhelmed in the end, but I've got to say, Scream. They feel that. They know that they've lost mid-control. Certainly the paranoia building about it, and now the confirmation of his positioning. Or at least a good idea. It's still able to take one to his grave with him. Drags SSK down. Cloud still alive. Flash through. Doesn't quite catch anyone. And the reaggress from Navera. Cloud's greeting it with a smile. I don't think he noted another player towards CT, but they are very close, and another underhand flash could be very nicely done. Going to dip down towards the lower side of things, allow them to retake the space towards Heaven, but just trying to facilitate that spike plant.
An advantage for Navi. And aim of the game now, definitely for Liquid to just find some damage, make sure that they make it costly. He wants to get a little peek towards A main on the cross and a couple of tags, but nothing to do. Looking like they might try and settle, but 4 players of Liquid already here, Lauren.
Yeah, this read is impeccable. Right place, right time, and look at the
nade.
Damage, Cloud. Where are you gonna go?
Nade.
It's on the money. Soulcast couldn't be happier with it, but they're still present, but it's hard to make it work when there's so many players here. The additional bodies on the site are going to make this near on impossible. And again, Dinks and Dunno, what do? You've got limited funds now after this round, potentially. You want to be thinking about your economy, but that's going to give up potentially 11 on the board. Find an easier target, potentially, but no, so unaware of maybe that early progress that could have been made. Desperate to watch that CT cross over for his side, and he doesn't get the shot he wants. Now he's being closed down, and he knows he's in danger. Does get the kill, but it was traded out, and Soulcast is there again. It looks like they're going to be once again venturing towards this A site, and actually the rotations are in the kind of right place. Yampy's going to hear this, know what's happening, but he's a little late to it. Gets caught unawares. SSK just too quick on the trigger, but they don't expect to scream too many targets and gets overwhelmed. Still one on the site, Navera going to be noted as well. They've got everything. They've got the full picture now of what's happening. Navera just gets caught by the paint shell as well. This is lovely from Navi, the burst, and catching a little bit of liquid off guard.
That aftershock looked just way off mark. There's nothing really to confirm it. Scream has to. Oh, there you go. That will confirm it.
Combo. That's what you need. Oh,
It's
the
perfect.
damage. Yeah, goodbye Cloud, but a perfect trade out for SSK. That's not too bad. They can get him back on his feet. Have all the players to take down. Yeah, I guess you'll take Cloud at that point, right? Because he's back and he's standing. And now there's 4 alive for Liquid after losing Scream. They've had to evacuate the site, sit down towards CT, suppressed again. Oh, brutal to face, but it will facilitate a plant, at least for Navi.
Investor rolling thunder here, and Navi played deep enough that should negate most of its effect.
And keep in mind, SSK is the late lurk. He's got very little HP, and Cloud will be the first contact. Goodbye, Soulcast. Put it away. Link on the trade out, though, and we're still going to be seeing Navi standing. There's that lurk in play. No and SSK. Nice timing on this Link. Nothing more to be done. There is life in Navi, yet 4 standing.
What gets posted, that res does come through now. Give them a man advantage in the retake.
Spike planted.
With bits of utility as well to make use of.
They know what's coming now. There we go, already SSK. So hold the line, steadfast in approach. Holds it so well, and he is refusing to relent. This man wants to do this for the side. It's still a 2v3 though, Soulcast and Link, and Soulcast is getting dangerously close towards sight, so I wait to see if he's got anything in mind, but I'm seeing JD still alive, so I'm not too worried about it. And I don't think there's much they can really be done. There it is, and he has to respect the utility put into play, and time is going to be a factor. As again, Link's doing well to find SSK, but they know that this round will not be converted. Any cost would be good. And yeah, damage achieved.
Navi are in position to capitalize on it immediately.
And they're going to keep building. Navi, the momentum starting to get behind them here. And you're right, that first pick, you couldn't ask for a better start. And the spike's a mile away. I don't think they expected to make this much progress, if I'm honest, or make that pick. They had to capitalize while they could, but there's a chance that Liquid thread the needle, right? And you can see the worry in Navi's mind. Yampy trying to get down back towards this. He's going to find a fight on it, but it's Link to deny. Finds 2, Dinks and Dunno go down, and more importantly, the spike goes down. And reinforcements are on the way. Screams slowly creeping over this way from an angle they wouldn't expect. So as long as Link's alive, there's problems coming in, and there it is. Scream on the flank comes around. It's all on JD now in a 1v3. Spike not in hand. And he's got so many potential targets. One left, one right. And his options looking rough around the edges. Scream's going to deny any of them.
No way,
and take them to 12. It's Liquid keeping their players ready. Scream just up towards the top of ramp. I don't know if he noted any players there, but he is falling back slightly, and he's still picking up a player. Sprays in for the second, and JD still stands, but that's, again, just chip damage done. JD's in danger, and yes, Soulcast is going to remove him. This looks like a death by 1,000 cuts this round. Liquid just holding on to this as Dinks and Dunno. The D&D combo, the last 2 to do anything with this one is have to face the music now. Soulcast going to put himself out there, tries to get towards the site. Make sure he's in the right place for it as Navi now begin their exploration mission, but with only 17 seconds, this could be too late in the day. They might have just watched this slip through their fingers. They fought with heart and everything they had, and they're still trying, but it looks like it's all over, and Soulcast to close it down. 13-10. Team Liquid managed to beat out Navi.
What a crazy series. And that there is an exhausting series. Navi put up a hell of a fight.